Now, the Napleton Sports Desk with Sports Director Scott Leber.
The Chicago Blackhawks franchise has been greatly stained like never before, perhaps, not by the team's stretch of poor play on the ice, but because the organization brushed aside claims by a former player that he was sexually abused by a former video coach with the team.
Chicago Blackhawks are more than just a hockey team to me and my family.
There were Blackhawks CEO Danny Wirtz and team owner and chairman Rocky Wirtz confronting the shame that now covers the organization. Shame that the people in charge of the franchise didn't act on claims by an unidentified former player in 2010 that he was sexually assaulted by a former video coach, Brad Aldrich.
John Doe was a 20-year-old hockey player for the Blackhawks American Hockey League affiliated team, the Rockford IceHawks. John Doe was called up to Chicago during the 2010 playoffs to serve as a Black Ace.
A recent investigation concluded that in May of 2010, just before the Blackhawks Stanley Cup championship run, team leaders, including then President John McDonough, GM Stan Bowman, and head coach Joel Quenneville, were told of the abuse allegations in a meeting, but they didn't act on the accusation for 3 full weeks.
Mr. McDonough did nothing to address the allegations until June 14th, after the playoffs were over, when he reported the information to the Director of Human Resources.
The whole thing was brushed aside until Aldrich resigned from his job later in 2010. No investigation was ever done by the Blackhawks at that time. This most recent investigation began this August, only after the Blackhawks were hit with a lawsuit by the former player. Today, Stan Bowman resigned as general manager. He claimed in a statement released by the Blackhawks that he reported a matter of inappropriate behavior by Aldrich in 2010 to McDonough, believing that McDonough would handle the matter. Bowman also stated he didn't learn until this year that the inappropriate behavior involved a serious allegation of sexual assault. The two Wirtzes were cleared in the investigation.
Our investigation uncovered no evidence that the Blackhawks owners, including the current chairman and current CEO, were aware of the events of 2010 at any time before John Doe's potential civil lawsuit was brought to their attention ahead of its filing.
John Doe deserved better from the Blackhawks. The Blackhawks are a very different organization than we were in 2010. I am confident that this would not be tolerated in our organization today.
Bowman's right-hand man, Al McIsaac, is also out. Kyle Davidson has been named to replace Bowman as the interim GM. He'd been working as the Blackhawks Vice President of Hockey Strategy and Analytics. That's sports. We'll be right back.